You know what's in here? A rip-off, that's what's in here. I bought a chain for my chainsaw 3 months ago. It was $14. I wore it out and I could sharpen it, but I'm like, I spent $14 on a chain. I'll just buy another one. $14 for 3 months. $19 each now. Oregon, the world's #1 chainsaw chain from Milwaukee. Works great when it's new, and then I just went to like literally can't cut a bush down. So I'm gonna take, I now have 3. Here's my plan. I now have 3 chains. That means I could be using one, oh, it's getting dull, swap to another one, take the chain that's dull, put it in the pile to be sharpened. I have to buy a chainsaw sharpener, you gotta do a whole thing, it's annoying. But $60 in chains, sharpen it with like another $50 chain sharpener, and I should be able to cycle through that for years and years and years. So get yourself some advanced cut R56 16-inch Oregon world's #1 chain. So chain. What's that? You guys want a fortune cookie? Because all unboxings deserve a fortune. Even though they're not really fortune cookies, they're more like, well, I don't know. Let's see what one of these is. You have to eat at least some of the cookie or it doesn't come true. I'll handle that part for you, even though those cookies suck. I like the yellow cookies better. The mysterious side of your nature makes you more alluring. Because I don't show my face. Even though that's your fortune, I don't know. Oh, actually, I don't see your faces either because you're the audience. Dude, fortune cookies are magic, bro. Magic fortune cookies. You know what else is magic? Geekwald! IEMs. I'm getting back to the sick of just opening the boxes for IEMs. I'm just getting back to the sick of it. I love my inner fetish channel. The fact that the word fetish is in it, and people have told me they specifically don't subscribe to it because they don't want it showing up in their list. And I'm just like, well, you're missing out. It's 2023. If you don't have the word fetish showing up in at least one thing in your life, are you even really cool? Either way, I'm sticking with it. It hit 12,000 subscribers, which I have to double check. It was at 11,997 and it stayed there the whole day. And I'm like, what the fuck? 3 people. I can't find 3 people to just subscribe today. That was 2 days ago. So it should be at 12,000 now. And I enjoy IEM reviews because they're short. When I used to do IEMs, I used to think I had to sit down for days and go out with them and go shopping, and that's just too damn long. IEMs are not complicated. They either fit or they don't fit. They're either easy to power or hard. You listen to the same group of songs, you pick a couple tips, and then you figure out what they are. Are they good? Are they bad? And you could whip out a review in an hour per. So I could do an hour per 15-minute review every other day. I need to spend roughly 6 hours every 2 weeks to make the IEM channel work. I can handle that, not including the video encoding, the rewatching, and the linking, and the thumbnailing. But yeah, you understand, right? Anyway, this first one I'm going to open here are the Freedoms Turnable In-Ear 1DD4B8 earphone from CVJ. Pasta's massaging my leg. Hold on. What is going on here? Oh, we've got a drawer. We got a drawer with a handle. I get it. Hold on, she's massaging my legs. Yeah, I get it. Whoa, that echo. Interchangeable head. There's a 2.5 millimeter. There's a 4.4 millimeter. There are some tips. Fuck, it's gonna have a switch because it's got a fucking pokey thing. We have got a little bag with the logo's not that off center. A little brown bag. What else we got in here? Paperwork. Is that a sticker? Do we get a sticker? No, we don't get a sticker. Oh. All right, let's open up the actuarium. How is this wire? Because I'm feeling like this is a $400 presentation. This is why I don't know the price when I do the review, which another thing is great. You can't get more honest review than knowing absolutely nothing about a product. I know that doesn't make sense, but I know how people are. And if I told you for 6 months, dude, this is great. Wait till you hear this. It's going to be great. It's going to be fantastic. It's good. Best build. And then you get it. Either it's going to be that because I convinced you, or your brain did the opposite and it's going to be like, this is nothing. No. You either are for the thing you're being pre-programmed to or against it. So the fact that I know nothing is great because I don't know anything. I could just judge it and be like, you know what? I would pay for this. Holy fuck, those are stiff. Oh, they're like weird. They're 2-pin semi-QDCs. Because they're like 45 degrees. I don't know. And they're in like circles. It's like the FIO cable. And this, how does this come off? No, it's just a popper. It's got the 3.5 on it already, which I need for the burn-in rig. Decent wire though. 4-wire up to a twisted 2-wire. That looks like it's supposed to come apart like this, but it doesn't. Little slider. Yeah, that's just a real little stiff thing. Let's take a look at these. There's just a thick piece of paper here. Just thick tracing paper. And the whole thing comes out to reveal nothing underneath. Okay, pop, pop. And of course, now that's down, but can't put this... Help! What is going on? I also enjoy IEMs because the packaging is so interesting and weird and different. It's always so boring when you get to headphones after a while. It's like it comes in a case, and you're like, great, that's fucking great. So what do we got? 2 switches, an on and a KE, and there's 1 and 2. And then you have essentially a QDC connector. So let's see, which side is this? Left side? Left side, strong side. Put this over here. Punch it in the dick. And put this there. Let's take a look at it. It's green. It's see-through. Whoa, it's see-through green. With a nice green. I kind of like the outside. It's got a little armor thing going for it. It has absolutely no words written on it anywhere. I always wondered if someone steals a set of IEMs, but they're like this. They're like probably a nice $300 set. I'm gonna call these $250 to $300. You steal a nice $250 set of IEMs, but it has nothing labeling it. Like, even if I found this set on the side of the road, I could ask in chats, but I would not be able to identify this. So how do people who steal IEMs sell them? There's no name. What the fuck is a CVJ? Freedom. I mean, you'd have to reverse image search and hope Google Lens is helping you out. We'll see if these are as good as anything else I've got going on. I gotta put the drawer back in though, so hold on. Hopefully I remember there's a drawer. I'm gonna toss that onto the floor apparently. Hopefully I remember that that's there so that when I review it, I'm like, oh yeah, by the way, there's also different heads. Boom, 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 boom. The Geek World 2BA3, what? Okay, wait a second. This just got really fucking wild. The fuck? 2 balanced armatures, 3 dynamics, and 4 piezo's? The fuck is this? I want to know how you fit that many 8mm DLC middle frequency, 8mm dual cavity, 2-way crossover, coaxial. What the fuck is happening? These are either huge or they're just lying to me. What the fuck is a Geek World? Not even world. World. This is a brand that pursues geek audiophile earphone products. Through the geek team members' love for earphone, they consistently invest in the research and development of audio product technology. Look, I'm a huge fan of single dynamics. Just one dynamic driver. Get it over with. Tune it right. You could sell me a fucking Blonde JoJo with 1 driver in it, or you could sell me the Soft Ears Twilight with 1 driver in it, or you can go and get me the Dunu Zen Pro with 1 driver in it. The problem comes when you try to sell me an IEM. This is a thick boy that has 97 things in it. Is this for the whole thing, or is this each one has this? Because it could have 2, 1 in each, but then it couldn't have 3. This is 9 things in each unit, because that's how math works. Geek World, GK100. This at least says what it is. That is a chunky, it is a chunky boy. She's thick. She's not that heavy. I just felt the magnetism. Hold on. Oh yeah, look at that. So she's doing a thing. I didn't even get to the wire. We don't have a bird infestation yet. Okay, I'm moderately interested in these. We have got pretty tips, grays, and I guess the multicolored ones would be like kids meal tips. They look like kids meal tips. And we've got some silver wires. And again, we have multiple different connections. And look, they put them in all in one bag. Please do this from now on, companies. I hate it when companies give me like 3 individual bags for 3 individual connections. And like, oh, I'm definitely gonna be putting this in the burner rig, so that's going there. Very just straight. What is it saying it is? So the wire apparently is a Hakugii. Hakugii. It's got a little 4 wire in it, and that goes here. This looks like some sort of connector for like very small networking. Oh, that's very weak. Oh, that's very weak. Oh shit, that's gonna fall out 1,000,000 times. Okay, this is a nice feeling wire though, other than the being very weak. What do we got, an 8 wire? I think this is an 8. It's an 8 or a 6, hold on. No, it's an 8, because there's 4 on each of the ends. It looks to be a 2 wire. This is a real nice wire, actually. Other than the connectors falling off. So this is wrapped in plastic to keep it fresh. So fresh and so clean. Put that down. Trash. It's got a little slider that says Hokai, which is actually really nice. You know, I'm digging this fucking cable. This is a sweet ass cable. I love that smooth straightness on that. And just that's way too easy. So we got adapters and then these monstrous fucks. Why do I always pick up the left one and then grab the right wire? So these will end up down in the burn rig, so I could burn in 3 dynamics. Birds. 3, 4. Okay, put things away. I'm packing up as we go. I hate it when these unboxings end, and then I'm like, that's all right, guys, thanks for a click, and then it's just a fucking mess, and I'm like, well, I'll clean that up later, and then I don't. So I'm cleaning up on the camera. You will sit and watch and hear my thoughts. Just finished season 5 of Cobra Kai. If you're not watching Cobra Kai, if you knew that, you know, the Karate Kid movies, those things were a thing in the 80s, for the love of fucking God. 6th season is going to be the final season. As soon as the Screen Actors Guild gets off their asses and stops being babies about it, and they get unstriked, they're going to finish season 6. It's going to be the final season. Catch up before the 6th season of Cobra Kai. This is giving everyone a chance. Oh, Dylan, you magnificent bastard. He must have overnighted this or second dated this. So, this is the foam attenuation kit that Dekoni sells. I think they're all the same. I was hoping there'd be multiple different ones, but I am currently tuning a headphone for a collab. And I'm using just random foam I have just out in my house, like things from previous headphones. And I did an amazing job at tuning it. It's just a matter of like, well, I cut this out of some other shit, and this was like a packaging in an IEM, and I sliced it thin, and I'm just shoving it in the headphones to make dampening. Problem is, China needs to get the instructions on how to make the headphone like I made it, and I don't know what's going on. So if I have the Dekoni stuff here, all of this has different slight values to it. Like this gray stuff versus there's gray, and then there's like really soft black, like very high. You could see the density of that. And then we've got these 2 different ones. These are harder to tell apart. I'm gonna have to ask Dylan. These might all be the same. These might be, no, wait, no, this is definitely, no, maybe they're not. I don't know. I'm not a foam expert. I'm trying to look at the glimmer. See, these look like they're shiny and like glittery. So that might be 2. And then these 2 might be like slightly less glittery. But once I know the density of the foam, the amount of foam, how many times I folded it over, I could tell my contact at Linsol, and they could tell the contact at Harmonic Dyne, and they could make this happen with this exact size and shape and density foam go. So this would be a whole lot easier than being like, or sending in the headphone, which will be even more of a pain in the ass, as sending things to China tends to take forever. But yeah, so I got a bunch of it. He sent me 5 different kits, 5 identical kits. But that'll allow me to, if I need to quintuple up things, I could do that. So thank you to Dekoni. And this unboxing is done. We got chains, we got some madness IEMs, and some very pretty green ones. And we got a box of foam, and we got anime titties. What else do you want in this life? What else do you want in this life? Oh, my glass. Not my ass, my glass. I got so many reviews to do, and some of them have to be like forced, like I'm ready, but I'm not ready, like I'm mentally not there. So I gotta figure out what I wanna do. Do I wanna drink coffee? Do I have a beer? Do I wanna watch anime before I do it? Like, do I wanna psych myself up? I don't know, it's more of a performance problem. I have performance issues, oh God. How am I gonna do this review? I mean, one of them is my collab, the JoJo collab. It's done. I've listened to it. I know its pitfalls and its strengths. Simgo. Wasn't sure when I see just Chinese on a box. I'm like, oh God, bees? Are they bees? These are the EM6L pasta. Simgo, S-I-M-G-O-T. Simgot. IEMs. So I'm back to IEMs. I'm behind on the IEM channel again. It's just, I had family in here for like 3 days. I was away from town for the weekend. I'm so far behind. Deadlines are encroaching. I need to make it to the UK. I gotta buy tickets. It's just fucking stressful, man. Remember when being a YouTuber was great? Actually, it wasn't. Here's the thing. I don't want to be a YouTuber. I never wanted to be a YouTuber. I do this for fun, and it just happens to pay me occasionally. Here, it doesn't pay shit. You guys don't click links and buy things, so it's like, whatever. Even if you click pastas things, it's just like, it's kind of fun, but that doesn't pay. It'll pay my cell phone bill, but I split that with pasta, so I won't pay my cell phone bill. IEMs. The Phoenix. Okay, these are the Phoenix, even though they say EM6L on the front, and there is kind of like a fiery Phoenix looking thing. They're the Phoenix, but it doesn't say Phoenix, so I don't have to worry about that. Ear tips are in here. I just want to take all my clothes off. You know what it's like to have guests for 3 days? You can't be naked. That's a lame amount of ear tips. Only 6. The box is acceptable. I like the felt here to keep the things from getting scratched, and yet they still put covers on them. That's kind of weird. So yeah, EM6L Phoenix. Pretty large nozzles on here. They might be as big as Red. Crinical's Red collab. We'll find the hell out. Peel this. Boom-pity boom 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 boom. Yeah, giant fucking nozzle, straight nozzle. Looks like EDC connector, which will still work with a 2-pin. I can't hate them too much because you can still use your 2-pin connectors in EDC. Let's see what the wire and case look like. I also got an itch in my leg, and I'm just like, I want to rip my skin off. You ever like have a really itchy leg and just like, you know what, skin, not for me. Not for me. Would you rather have no feeling in your skin so you never feel itchy or pain again? Or would you rather have like 10 times more feeling in your skin? So just think about that for a second, because that's a tough one. 10 times more feeling in your skin is gonna feel great sometimes, but most of the time, nah. These are shower thoughts. I don't know if I hate this, hold on. What is the, salute to art and science? That's their Simgo little logo, or catchphrase. I guess their catchphrase. We're looking at a clear case, and inside the clear case is 2 wires. That is so weird. So we've got, it's a 2-wire twist, but each wire has a gold and black wire inside the clear wire. So it's 4 wires, 2 gold, 2 black, but they're in 2 wires that you can completely see through. That's weird looking. I don't hate the texture either. It's a little bit like vinyl-y, to a aluminum splitter with a little, actually a really nice slide to singular versions of the twisted wires. You get your 2-conductor up to the QDC. I have no idea what the anything is of these. It's looking like we've got 4. Oh God, Harmon target. Oh, we're searching the Harmon target. So I see a dynamic, and I see at least 2, possibly 4 balanced armatures. So yeah, Phoenix, rise from the ashes. Is there a letter? There's R. These are very nicely labeled. I've actually been getting so many IEMs lately that I've had to clear off the burn-in rig with things that have only been there for like 4 or 5 days. Usually things are on there for 2 weeks plus before I have to move them. And it's been like 4 days, that's enough. 4 or 5 days, I mean 4 days is 96 hours, which should be enough on a burn-in rig. Like playing just random music at slightly higher than normal volumes, that's how the burn-in rig works. But the turnover is annoying because now I'm like, well, I was going to get to this stuff later. The case is a little bit bulbous, like this thick. It doesn't have any logos on it either, which can either be good or bad. Because if it has no logos, either something in it is very expensive and a fancy brand, or Simco. Well, I'm not saying that they're not a fancy brand. I'm just saying usually you brand your stuff. Let's put that back in here. I'll put this in here. Hold on, I'm putting it away. Oh, damn. That is... What the fuck? Oh, there we go. The lame tips. I end up using my own tips for everything anyway, because I'm just like, look, your tips are not, I'm not comfortable with most silicone tips, so if I use my own tips, at least I get that off the block. I'm like, all right. At least I know they're going to fit. At least I know I have some consistency with the 4 or 5 tips, render tips, or the SS Dunu tips. I gotta clean my coffee pot. It's got like... It's got coffee dust on it. I don't like dust. Oh, I forgot I had this in the house.